If you want to learn what is the biggest problem with cybersecurity online training and how to fix it, then this video is for you. So I'll explain you this concept of microlearning, meaning using short videos and sending these videos out in a frequency that doesn't take too much of operational time from your employees, and how it contributes actually to a better learning. And I'll also show you Company Training Academy. This is a cybersecurity training platform that uses this concept of microlearning and how to organize a training program there. So after you watch this video, you'll have a much clearer idea on how to organize a cybersecurity awareness and training that is much more effective. There are many reasons why cybersecurity training could go wrong. You might simply have a bad presenter, you might have a bad match between the topics and the audience so that these topics are not role specific. It might be that employees have some other priorities on mind, so that they are simply not paying attention, or it might be that the training is in a language that the employees do not understand very well. But I would say that one of the most common reasons why training goes wrong is because it's simply too time intensive. And then what happens is that employees simply get bored when going through a training that lasts for a very long time, but they also get frustrated because they know that there is some other work waiting for them and they have to now waste time on this training. And this is where this concept of micro training comes into play. And this basically means two things. First, that these lessons should not last more than, let's say, 5, maximum of 10 minutes, because this makes sure that employees will stay focused during this time, because if these lessons last for longer, then they will start to lose focus. And the second thing is that you're displaying these training lessons in a frequency that is not too imposing on them. So you're not like displaying 5 per day, rather you're displaying, let's say, 1 per week, or maybe once every 2 weeks. So that way, no one can say that you are taking away their valuable time for something else. Okay, let me now show you in practice how you can use this concept of microlearning when setting up cybersecurity training and awareness. Okay, this is Company Training Academy, the cybersecurity training platform from Advisera. This is how it looks like when you log in. And let's go first for this lessons library. Here you can see several lessons, more than 300 of them. And let's see very briefly how these lessons look like. For example, these passwords, when you open it, you will see some basic information. But more importantly, when you click this preview, you will see that this video lasts actually 5 minutes. So basically, most of the videos on this platform are around 5 minutes. Okay, let's try some other videos. So let's say basic cyber hygiene practices. So click the button and you will see this is 4:47. So the point is, whatever system you're using, try to limit these videos to about 5 minutes, perhaps a couple of minutes more. Okay, let me now show you how you can set the training frequency. So I already started this wizard, which takes me through a couple of steps of setting up a training program. And the fourth step here in this wizard is to define how often the attendees should see these videos. And here you see you have various options on how often to set this up. So currently it's attend 1 lesson per day, which is probably too often. So let's say I want this to be once per week. And then I can also define which day of the week I want these videos to be sent to these attendees. So let's say I want Thursday. Of course, I can set the start of the program, and I can set how often I want this to be repeated, just to remind employees of these things. So let's say in this case, I want this to be repeated every 2 years. And then I click continue, and then basically I set up the program. Typically, setting up one training program takes only 5 minutes. So it's also, I would say, very quick and easy to do. Okay, let's see now how this looks like from the end user point of view, from the attendee point of view. They will receive emails typically 1 or 2 days before the lesson needs to be watched, and they will actually see the title of the lesson and basically where to log in. Now in the system itself, you can actually adapt any of these elements. So basically the from name, the signature here, the text here, so you can all adapt this for your specific needs for your company. Okay, once the user clicks the link and logs into the system, he or she will basically see this kind of a screen. So the user simply needs to click this play button and go through the whole video.
Article 21 of the NIS2 directive requires,
once the video reaches the end, then the user will be able to answer these quizzes and tests. So let me show you how this works. So let's say that the user wants to answer this question. He or she can actually check the answer and see if this is correct, and also check the explanation for each of these answers, why they are correct, why they are not correct, and to basically reinforce their learning. When you scroll down to this test, You can actually do the same thing, you can answer, but there is no feedback because this test serves as a measurement method for the management actually to follow on if someone has understood everything that was presented in this lesson. And then the user simply needs to click finish training or click attend next lesson if he or she wants to go through the next video right away. Okay, to wrap it up, what are the benefits of this microlearning? First, it improves knowledge retention. If these lessons are shorter, you'll have a much bigger focus of the attendees, and therefore they will remember better the things that they have learned. Second, with these shorter lessons, they will get more engaged. They will not get bored, which is also important for learning and actually remembering what they have learned. Third, you will have a much lower employee pushback, meaning that they will resist this kind of a training much less when compared to, let's say, some whole day training. And this also means that the participation rates are going to be much higher, especially if you deliver them through this kind of online training platform, which also records the attendance of each and every employee. The next benefit is really that you will have a much easier senior management buy-in, because this kind of a training will cost less when compared to some, let's say, full day trainings. And it will also be easier for the senior managers to attend this kind of a training rather than some training together with a large group of people. And the fifth benefit here is really that it's rather easy to organize this kind of training program because it takes maybe 5 minutes really to set up the whole training. Okay, hope this was helpful, and let me know in the comments below if you have any questions around this microlearning concept and how to organize it, and I'll answer as quick as I can. And to access this company training academy that I was showing you, click the link in the description below to open a free trial account where you can try all of these features, including these short lessons and notifications to your employees. And you can also see my next video, which shows some other company training academy features. You'll find the link below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and you can also subscribe to my YouTube channel not to miss any of my new videos, and I publish videos around cybersecurity, compliance and governance every week. Thanks for watching.